Thank you all. Thank you for joining us back. And I would like to take this moment to thank you, sir. Thank you very much for your very deeply and very insightful talk this morning. So
Thank you.
very nicely you explained the differences between the adult, parent and the child ego, and that how unknowingly we might be operating in any of these ego states.
Yes, ma'am. So I just would like to add a small thing. When one example, when we are communicating with a computer, what is the ego state? Because you are giving an information to the computer and it processes it and responds. So it is always in adult stage,
Okay.
ego state, because you give the information without any, you don't have any ego when we are giving the information to the computer. At the same time, computer also responds after processing the information, gives the result. No emotion is exchanged there. So that is why that is adult. I don't say that adult communication is devoid of emotion. There has to be an emotion. But in this case, there is no emotion, yet there is a transaction taken place.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for sharing that as well. So
Yeah.
basically, for conscious living, as you very clearly emphasized and explained, we must all aim to move into that adult ego state,
Yes.
basically, where
Exactly.
communication is very egoless, it's very grounded, and we are
Yes.
present. We are in that awareness state when we are
Yes.
communicating
Yes.
as adults.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so
Thank
much,
you.
sir.
Thank you.
Uh,
Any questions?
Yes, masters, please do feel free. Yes, Mekhala, I see your hand is raised. Go ahead, ma'am.
Yeah, hi Miralini. Good morning. Good morning, Ram Mohan sir.
Yeah, good
Yeah,
morning.
your presentation is so good. What my feel is that is like a paper presentation. It is not like a there is the meditation presentation. It brings me into this the accounting world. What is the accounting world going to be happen in here, right? So that's what I feel. But anyhow, it is the basically I'm a master of computer application, but your information it is giving me the master of business applications.
Yeah.
So it's really great, Rama Mohan sir.
Yeah.
I wish to be keep continue on this process.
Yeah. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. It is nothing but self-realization.
Thank you. Thank you so
Thank
much,
you. Thank
Mekhala,
you.
ma'am. And yes, Sonia ji, please do go ahead.
Yes, hello, namaskar.
Namaskar, ma'am. Namaskar.
Namaskar. Very, very interesting topic.
Yeah.
I never ever thought of ego in this way, in that it's divided into three.
Yeah.
Now that you have explained about the parent, the child, and the adult transaction, and the behavior and the
Yeah.
mindset of the three types of um, you said
Ego
it,
state.
egos, yeah, three types of egos. It's very, very interesting, and now I see it in as I'm thinking about other people, and of course even myself. I see that. So that is excellent information. I think that will help us communicate better and come back away with meaningful action items and whatever else that we want with open-mindedness. So, excellent. So what my question is that um, I know in our scriptures they say that you should be egoless. So how does what does that kind of look like in this transactional um, analysis?
You mean to say adult transaction?
Yeah, adult transaction, is that considered egoless, because the two egos are not fighting against each other, they are just
Exactly.
complementing each other?
Exactly. So
Okay.
actually, In adult transaction, it is pertaining to only communication. You may have your ego separately, no baggage. Here, when you are communicating with another person for a purpose. The purpose, and you are analyzing the data as available at the present date and responding to the other person's requirements or which is required for the transaction to be completed. It doesn't mean in adult you don't have ego state. You may be having a personal ego, but it is not relevant at the adult stage of communication. Otherwise, communication will not be complete and you will be drifted apart
Okay.
from the communication. Personal ego is different, ego state is different.
Okay.
Personal ego has got a baggage. Depending on your birth, your financial position, your preferences to life, and your condition over a period of time that is your self ego. But in a communication, when you adult communication, your main purpose is to complete the transaction, which is required at that moment of time. There ends the matter. You are not carrying any baggage of that situation over a period of time. You said yes, I said yes, gone.
The end of
The end of it. But your ego still prevails at the back of it, because that is not your personal ego has got no relation in the communication system. Personal ego is developed over a period of time, which cannot be removed unless you are a sales or unless you are into meditation or do a lot of things which are required. Egoless person may not be there in the world except the Krishna,
Yeah.
divine Krishna.
Yes, yes. So when you say that the parent adult teacher, parent adult child is they're it's not their personal ego, but the ego that they bring towards the transaction.
Transaction, and it is situational.
Yes.
It
So
is
then
situational. In that situation, adult, you are observing a adult ego, the other person will also is in the adult ego state, then the transaction is completed and the task is achieved. Task is achieved, which is for which the communication is started at the start.
okay. But I think with the parent and the child also, they probably bring some of their personal ego, which is why they are very stubborn, where they are
You're right, ma'am. That
sulk.
is in the familial situation. What
Yeah.
I talk in the business situation, where there is no play of emotions or ego. It's only ego state. Ego is
Yeah.
different again.
Yes.
Even
Yes.
in even in our day-to-day life, children are stubborn. And parents, if you parent also act as stubborn, you end of it. Both stick to their egos. It is not communication. I'm talking about egos,
Yes. Yes.
personal egos. So the more you show your attitude towards your children, the more they become rebel,
Yeah. Yeah.
because they have no other person to communicate except you. They
Yeah.
like you to come down to shed your personal ego to some extent, come back to their level and communicate with them. Then they feel very happy, and there will not be any acrimony between uh, father, mother, or child. This is an important thing, because children, what happens? The way children are treated, they carry throughout the life and develop their ego.
Yeah.
Development of ego takes a lot of time, ma'am. It is not instantaneous. Ego will
Yeah.
not come overnight.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes.
But
Yes.
in this ego, that ego is personal ego is different. This PAC is different. This is a transaction analysis. The PAC is a state of mind, or your state of mind at that particular point of time.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Yes. Excellent. I mean, like I said, very, very excellent, because I
Thank
think
you, ma'am.
some of us, take our personal ego also into the transaction.
Exactly. That is yeah.
That's where we fail.
Well,
Yes. Yes.
so
Perfect.
what I suggest is, even in your family relations, you try to be you should be 50% business life. You should be 50% family life.
Yes.
Then semblance will be there. That means you are applying your knowledge of communication. At the same time, you have without sacrificing your original ego.
Yeah. Yes. Very good. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Sonia
Thank
ma'am, for that very important question. And it helped clarify to all of us as well that personal ego is different and ego state is different. So I could be operating from a child ego state even at the workplace or between with a friend-to-friend relationship when I have that reactive behavior. So that means that I'm performing or behaving from a child ego state, right, sir? Yeah.
So one more thing I have to add, important thing. Suppose somebody is always at the your parent ego state, authoritative and all that, and you are at the subconsciously or unconsciously you assume the child state,
Right.
reactive. Then how do you complete the transaction? He is always standing there. You are here, parent, child. Then how do you want to complete the transaction? Any guess? Like your husband or your boss in your office. What happens is somebody is taking parent's ego state, will immediately submit to the child state. So what is the remedy is, as just now we are practicing meditation, you just take a breath and just process the information. Why this fellow is acting like this? Why is he at the parent stage? Then you will get an answer. By the time you realize, I mean, you come back to trying to come to the some level, the parent level will start coming back to you because he has a guilty feeling. He thinks that I am unnecessarily scolded her. I unnecessarily scolded him. So I need to do something. So he will come back. He will slowly come back to the adult level. By the time we will also at the adult level. So then transaction is completed at the office level, at the office.
Yeah, that's very true. Very true.
Because everybody has a guilty consciousness. One, if you scold somebody,
Yeah.
even though they express stubbornness not to show that, but they have.
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, sir,
you.
for very clearly explaining that out to us. Yes, Rajni ma'am, please do go ahead.
I have.
Yes, ma'am.
This
Yes,
is
Rajni
Ashwa
ma'am.
here.
Rajni Kumarji, tell me.
This
Yeah.
is Ashwa here. And communication is a very complicated subject.
Exactly, sir.
It's brilliant that you brought them all into 3 categories. And that's a very useful task for us.
Yes, sir.
My question is, I think there is another category,
Sir.
which teacher-student relationship. I think you could put one more category into this communications because that teacher-student relationship doesn't fit into any of the 3.
No, sir, no.
Yeah,
you're right.
because the teacher has got their the vested interest in making sure that the student is learning the things in the right way.
Yeah.
And I think you might consider adding one more category there.
Yes, sir.
And another question is, we think that we are the brilliant human beings in communicating, but we are not as good as the snakes. We are not as good as the animals. The snakes can detect people from a long distance, although they can't talk to the other person. And the animals can detect the cyclone or the tsunami before those things happen.
Yes, sir.
And do you have any thoughts on what skills they use and what we are lacking?
So they have actually intuition, not skill actually. They have an intuition developed over a period of time, generations. Because at the earlier days, there was no meteorological department. They have to go to the shelter when there is a rain. So they have a intuition which is transferred from various generations to predict weather. Like, as you said, snake crawls on the, on the earth. Then whatever, vegetation is there on the earth, they will immediately grasp, and they communicate with their own kith and kin, and they take the shelter. But it is not possible for us to communicate with the lion or elephant or whatever it is, because we don't have a common language. They only show it through their body language. If you are able to read them, read the body language. As you rightly said, they have innate sense of how we have a lot of technology, we can think, we can process information, but their way of thinking information is different. They only take into cognizance the nature as their information. Then only they will come to a conclusion. Yes, there is going to be a, what you call, tsunami or whatever it is. Then only they take the whatever precautions that are required. That is why the deaths are very less in animal kingdom when these natural calamities are there. So anyway, they don't have technology, as you rightly said. They don't have. They only go by their intuition and training they got from their old generations. I don't know whether I am correct or not.
No, you're right. You're right.
This
Thank
is my
you. They
point.
got
Yeah.
superior skills than humans.
Yeah, they have different superiors. Definitely, sir. They are superior. Their processing time is very high. When they see an enemy, they just gaze them with only their body language and with their looks, even looks also, which we can't do or which may not do, may not be able to do rather.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, sir, for that question. Yes, sir, I do believe in terms of grounding and intuition, animals are way ahead of us. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Yes, Sharda, ma'am.
Namaste, sir. Thank you so
Namaste,
much
ma'am.
for this wonderful information.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yes, sir. Actually, I just want to know, like, in a very simple way for the communication in a like a office environment, boss to make a harmonious, and also the friendship. So, in a very simple way, that what we need to more focus which point. Can you please give me a brief about that, sir? Because
Sure.
you explain all the communication
Yeah, correct.
in a very technical way, and
Yeah.
it's very very important points.
Yes,
But
ma'am.
I just want to know about a very simple and way to understand and what points we need to focus more on that
Yeah.
to make those relationships.
Yes, ma'am. First thing is whether the communication is necessary, whether it is really relevant. First thing. Second is, if you feel the communication with some other person is not warranted, you can just misgive. Why to have a conflict which is not relevant to you?
Yes.
Second, to have a proper communication, what we do is in a communication, we just listen. Listening is not complete. Listening is not actually complete unless you hear. Hearing is different from listening. In hearing, you take the information from the other person and process it in your mind and take a decision whether to communicate or not. When you listen, just you respond immediately. That is, you are always going into the defensive mode. That fellow asked something, I just responded. No. Every communication, you should not, when suppose in your family life, your son or daughter asked for a coffee. Even if you listen, that's enough, and you give her a coffee or tea. But in an office atmosphere, boss asks you something, you should not listen, you should hear and process the information and tell him what is required, or tell him that I will do whatever it is required. So you should distinguish between listening and hearing. Hearing is listening with processing of information. Hearing has got two aspects, listening as well as processing. That is again your consciousness. Once any information is processed in the brain, is called consciousness.
Oh,
That means you are consciously responding.
oh, okay, okay,
That is conscious response.
okay.
So first thing in any communication is you hear, not listen. Official. You hear, not listen.
Oh, okay.
Listen, take the information and put the information into process. That will become hearing. Then you will give a good response to the communication, other communicator.
Oh, okay, okay. So that principle will apply for the office or the friends also.
Yeah, friends also. Friends also, like even who is a friend? Who is a friend? Your adult ego. Adult
Yes,
ego is a friend.
yes.
Otherwise, nobody is a friend to us.
Oh,
So adult also, what is the basic principle? Information processing. In adult, you live in present or now because you have the information which is processed, and both have exchanged the same process, same information, and transaction took place. He will say, your friend will say, let us go to a movie. When you are both are in adult stage, you say, yes, let us go.
okay, okay.
So that is the thing.
Okay, I mean, in a brief, in a communication, that's listening and the
Yeah,
other
hearing,
hearing. Those two are totally different.
totally different. Yeah, we
Oh,
listen casually.
uh-huh.
We listen casually. Sometimes what happens is in TV will be on, and you will be doing some of your work. What you are doing, you are listening, not hearing. Work is going on, and we're just listening. That we are not processing the information which is given by the TV. We are just
Oh,
listening, and we
okay.
are just leaving it. Listening. What happens when you listen it? Communication. You just leave it at that time if it is not required. In
Oh,
hearing, you process it and
okay.
take a decision whether to respond or not to respond.
Oh, okay, okay. Thank you, sir.
Thank
Thank you
you.
so much.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much
Thank you,
for
ma'am.
that
Yeah.
very enlightening
Yeah,
response.
thank you.
Thank you for explaining that in detail.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sonia ji had a question.
I
Yeah,
just
yes, ma'am.
Shardaji's question was really good.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, there is a difference between hearing and listening.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, there are some times where, even at office settings or friend settings, people just want to, like vent. The word is vent, right? They just want to let go of some of their emotions, speak it
Yeah.
out to a person that is their confidant. So,
Yeah.
in those situations, there is transaction, but it's one-way transaction mostly.
Exactly.
It is,
Yeah, you're right.
and I know from my child that mom, I just want you to listen and hear me. I don't need a solution. Just I want you to hear me.
Exactly.
So how do you it's very hard not to get into that solution mode. So I was hoping that you could give some tips on how to listen and hear better, and what kind of an ego should I.
Yeah. It's a good question, ma'am. Actually, it is very relevant to the parenting. No, in parenting, what happens is child always seeks your emotion. No, not seeks your support actually. He want a emotional balance for his uh, for his emotional imbalance, first of all. When you're solacing him, you should not have emotion. Parent should not have emotion. Parent should be in the mode of adult mode. Child is most of the time he will be in the child ego only. So you have to slowly bring them into the adult mode by soliciting him, by counseling him without showing your attitude. First of all, you should never ever show your attitude on children. They are just nascent and they are just blooming up. They should not experience the hardest truths of the life. So you should always give them support by way of emotion communication and listen to their problem, hear to their problem, and solve their problem. And not to react adversely. So that what happens, they will go into their own shell without, they won't open up, and there will be a lot of problems at that time. They will seek the solace in some other, with some other person. If you are not taking them into cognizance or not taking them into confidence. So
Yes.
this is actually a very big problem because of now tech savvy, every technology is very high, everybody knows everything. And so in such cases, we have to be very, very careful with the children and especially parenting. Parenting is nowadays is a big thing. Not like as earlier, daddy said, I will do this. No, absolutely not. They don't listen to us, first of all, because technology gives him everything except emotion. So that emotional balance you should give.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yes. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for pointing that out, that social media and gives our kids so much of information
Yeah.
these days, but of course the emotional factor is absolutely missing. Thank you for pointing that out and for that excellent answer, sir.
Yeah,
And
thank
also
you.
Sonia ji and Rajni sir, there is also an answer to your question
I
about
think Sonia madam asked for as per for office environment.
Sonia ji. Would you like?
What is that? Sorry.
Is it for office environment, madam?
The teacher student?
Teacher student, teacher student rather.
Yeah. No, just in general, because
Okay.
it was, I think it is a form of adult also, but maybe with emotion.
Yeah, correct.
Where you are actually vested into the student
Yeah,
and
exactly.
vice versa.
Vice versa. And in
Yeah.
student, what you call in student-teacher relationship, there is no emotion.
Yes.
It is only one way because, as you said, he teaches, we receive
Yes.
information.
So, sir, in a listening has a emotion, lot of emotion, but the hearing doesn't have emotion, right?
The hearing doesn't have no emotion comes only when you respond. Listening and hearing does not have any emotion. It is an information exchange.
Oh,
Naturally, it is an information exchange. If
uh-huh.
when you become emotional, when you think that information passed on to you is not relevant to you or is hurting you, then you will become emotional.
Oh, okay.
So actually, parenting also there are two types of parents: critical parent, nurturing parent. Critical parent always abuses the child, and he will never come to you for emotional support. He will uh, he will either become a depressed or become a loner.
Hmm.
Nurturing parent takes care of every need of every emotional need of the child. Even it requires spending the parents' emotion. Emotion is if you think emotion is a commodity, unless you spend your emotion on somebody, that you will not get the same response from other. Emotion, if you think is a commodity, you give and take.
It's
If you give some emotion to your child,
it's
child
like
has to give you emotion to. So it is a very give and take situation. Nurturing parent. So your nurturing parent is the best for the parental guidance, parental guidance. You never be critical. Because whatever communication, what we do is communication is all transient. That communication is there only at that particular moment of time. Once you go out of that situation, you may even forget the communication. So never ever thought that transient communication should not affect your long-term goals. You should leave at the time if it is not good for you. Let go. For a small घर में थोड़ा something happened or office something happened, it will not linger you forever. So that spoils your mood, and it's a waste of time. First of all, waste of time.
True, sir.
All emotions, all egos are transient.
Hmm. Thank you very much,
Thank
sir.
you.
And going back to the question of Rajni sir, where he said we could add teacher ego to it,
Yeah.
sir has given a response in the chat. He has said there are types of parent-child ego states. If we go in depth, like teacher comes under
Yeah.
nurturing parent state.
Correct. Correct.
And sir would also recommend that we read the book, Transactional Analysis. There are many more in-depth types to each of the ego states.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
And a lot of other masters have thanked you in the chat. Jyoti ma'am and Gagan sir, a
Yeah.
lot of Mahi, everyone have thanked you for this
Thank you,
wonderful
ma'am. Yeah.
speech today, sir. Thank you for this amazing session.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much. I should thank you for giving me the opportunity.
Platform, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Thank you.
Would anyone else like to add anything?
Yeah, any questions? So it will be learning point for me also.
Yeah. Okay, sir. I
Yeah.
think.
Thank you.
No, I think this is really good. I'll get the book and read the book. Thank you very much.
Yes, ma'am. You read Eric Burney, ma'am. Eric Burney, he died actually in 1970 in USA only. It is available for 99 cents in Kindle.
Kindle. Oh my gosh. Okay.
So it is easy
Great
to read.
price.
Yeah, but read it in a peaceful environment
Yeah. Yeah.
so that you can understand the essence of the, topic.
Yes. 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 Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.
Thank you all so much. Thank you, Gagan, for pointing that out. That is indeed very useful.
I just want to add something.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, Rajni, ma'am.
My observation, when I was working for, when I came here, mostly Americans, and in our office, no Indians
Yeah,
at that time. And their management is like, they have their communication is purpose driven communication.
correct.
So what they have to say, they will say in a nice way,
Yes.
and the next moment they're like a friendly with you.
Okay.
Whereas like I'm not biased, but if we have like a Indian
Yeah.
boss, um they will have emotion attached that you have done something wrong.
Yeah. Mhm.
uh, and here the Americans are like they're just free, they just gave the information, okay, this is done wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead, sir.
So in this, what happens is this American system is they give value to the people. They
Yes.
give no other country in the world have so much value they give to the people, and they always talk in a soft tone. Even if you go out, somebody hello, they will say hello. But in India, what happens is ours is a patriarchal society. Still, we are lingering in the patriarchal society. So our value system is entirely different. Even we say, I am a teacher, I am a headmaster, I am a father. So that kind of system is still prevailing. And not only that, we give least importance to the communication skills to our children.
Yeah.
Yes.
Least importance. Okay, many people may not be knowing what is a communication, how to speak to the elders, how to speak to the office, how to speak to your friends. Now actually friends are become a lingo. It's there is no communication, it's a lingo. So that was a problem. It is good you are in America and you have the good people, you are around good people with you.
Yeah, just one more thing.
Yeah.
Even in writing, I used to be an auditor.
Yeah.
So, because whatever it is, you have done this way, it should be done this way.
Yeah.
Then somebody, they corrected me. What they said is, this is done this way, not
Yeah.
you have done it.
You should not, even in language, when you are talking to also, talking to anybody also, you should not show your finger one. You should not your body, aggressive body language too. And in writing your reports, we should never say you, he, or them.
Yes.
You are only pointing out a mistake. You point out the mistake. Yeah, this has happened. This has happened. And if possible, you tell them a solution.
Yeah, this should
And
be this.
uh,
Yeah, go ahead, sir. Yeah.
we have no right to pinpoint anybody unless it is proved.
Right. We bring our emotions because there is something wrong happened. So I react. That's our mentality.
You told me a very good thing. I'll tell you one thing. Organization is a structure. It doesn't have heart. It doesn't feel. We only feel. People who are working in the organization structure having various people in various stages serving for the company or the organization to eke out a living. We attach our emotion to the organization. Organizations will never feel about you. It is simple. It is a structure only. Because we think organization is also like a human being. No. Organization is a structure created for a certain job, undertaking a certain activity for which you are required, so you are posted there. They were given a job. Should never ever attach emotional attachment to your organization. You are going there for making up the living. It does not mean that you just fritter away your time. No, you give your full strength to it. See, organization prospers. At the same time, you also prosper.
Right. Everybody are equal.
Yeah, everybody is equal there.
There is no higher or lower.
Everybody is coming to make out a living in a different capacity.
Right.
Depending on your educational background or depending on your experience.
Yeah. We
So
have
you
no
should
right
even,
to show. Yeah.
pardon?
We have no right to show our emotions and point out
No.
other people.
No, but you should also never feel emotional to your organization. What I mean to say, you do your job. You do your job without expecting any emotion from the organization because organization is not a human being. It is a structure.
Right.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
Very useful session for everyone.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, very good. I really like the question about the difference between working with. I'm in America also.
Exactly.
Some of others are, and working in an environment at organization where you have a boss from the same country, like India,
Yeah.
is foreign American. Yes, there is a lot of difference, and I hear that from my friends that they're treated differently. So yeah, very interesting.
Yeah.
Thank you.